Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hao. I'm actually working for a company located in New York now. So I just got my FSA this year in March. So just to briefly introduce myself, I graduated from the University of Waterloo and then completed my further education at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. And during my master degree, I went to Chicago for a health data analysis intern. And after graduation, I joined a startup company on auto insurance pricing. And after that, I moved back to Nebraska to join a life insurer, Emeritus, and I worked for them for several years. It's pretty much experience study, model development and model valuation and kind of things on the lab products. And then I moved to the East Coast and joined the Prudential, and then some unfortunate things happened. The the hire manager has left, so I quick jump to Munich Re. And now I'm settled down and working as a manager to lead a small team on the individualized products financial reporting. So the purpose of this YouTube channel is to help anyone not very familiar with the insurance industry. I mean, mostly in the, as actuarial. So, but you want to find a job on this area and only and pass several preliminary exam, but don't have a sense of what about the business we're doing. So in that case, I hope my video can help you prepare this kind of interviews. So in my first video, I would like to just briefly introduce the difference among three different accounting regimes which are popular in the US. So they are GAAP accounting, statutory accounting, and tax accounting. I will focus on the life insurance business. So US GAAP actually is very special. So you can see in this map, anywhere is marked as blue are not using GAAP, are using IFRS 17, which is a global standard. But the US and also China, this the most powerful country in this world, are very unique. They are using their own accounting standard. So the US version is called US GAAP. So US GAAP is not unchanged. So it's always evolving. So back to days is called FAS. So this standard is like a more formula driving. And nowadays, US GAAP just have a big change, the evolution. So it's called LDTI. The full name is called a non-term, non-duration target improvement. So it's make the DAC calculation is much simpler than before, and also it's allowed expense adjustment every year. So let's move to the US statutory accounting. So this accounting standards is pretty conservative. It's only uh, applicable in the US. Uh, so the purpose of this accounting is to make sure the insurance company is solvent. And New York is a very unique state within its accounting standard. So it has its own requirements and it's more conservative. But for the other states other than New York, they're almost the same. Uh, as you can expect it, the US statutory accounting is also evolving. Before it's called a CRVM. It's pretty much the assumptions and the formulas are prescribed by the regulators, and they just ask you to follow its standard to calculate the reserve. So it's pretty rigid, and there's no room to use in company's own experience. But from 2020, it has a new version of this U.S. statutory accounting. It's called VIM 20. So another name for that is PBR, stands for Principle-Based Reserve. So it allows the company to use its own experience doing the reserve calculation, and also it's a mix of standard prescribed calculation, deterministic calculation, and stochastic calculation. At last, I will introduce U.S. tax accounting standard. So before the Trump administration, IRS produce a lot of standard to guide you how to calculate the tax accounting, tax reserve. But during the Trump administration, he published a new standard called the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of the 2017. So the basic idea of this act is just for tax reserve accounting, it's just depending on the statutory accounting. So basically, the tax reserve will be 92.81% of the statutory reserve. So which will make the tax accounting reporting is much simpler and easier than before. So that's everything I would like to share today. If you like my video, please like or make comments.